Ever notice how when someone hits you with a pattern interrupt, throws you off balance, messes with your mind, suddenly you're more alive? That's no accident. Confusion wakes up your brain. It jolts you out of the rut of routine, makes you question things, and leaves you open to change. This is a moment of power. This is when you have the opportunity to reshape minds, hearts, and realities. Why? Because when someone is confused, their brain is wide open. Think of it like throwing a stone into a still pond. The ripples spread, shaking up the surface, leading people to rethink their deeply held beliefs. This is where the magic happens. When you confuse, you disrupt. When you disrupt, you lead. You have the power to show people a different way of being. You have the power to shake their beliefs loose, to help them question, to lead them to the next level. But here's the thing. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. And if you don't do it, well, that's where regret creeps in. And that regret, it's a bitter little voice that says, you could have changed lives, but you played it safe. No one's got time for that. Why are you afraid to step into your power? Why do you hide behind content? Why do you hide behind words, behind anything that isn't your true power? You hide because you're scared that people will reject your energy, reject your truth, reject your bigness. You're worried they'll judge you. But here's the hard truth. Fuck their opinion. Playing small is spiritual arrogance. You're depriving the world of the healing your presence brings. And you know what the karma of that is? It's years of being stuck in the same shit. You'll end up with crushed potential and a soft, quiet regret that follows you everywhere. You're scared, but that fear is not real. It's just a safety net you put up to avoid the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. What if you didn't need to hide behind your perfect words? What if you just needed to show up, breath, body, being? When a lion roars, it doesn't rehearse. It just feels the urge to express it. It roars with power. And that roar, people hear it, people feel it. That's your energy. That's your truth. So stop hiding. Show up. Be authentic. That's all that matters. The universe doesn't need your perfection. It needs your presence. Every emotion is a signal. Every signal a gift. Let's break this down, shall we? Every single emotion you feel is a signal. Jealousy, it's saying, you want more. You're hungry for expansion. Anger is telling you your boundaries have been crossed. Your voice needs to be heard. Fear is whispering. You're expanding. You're growing. And that's a good thing. Don't run from your emotions. Embrace them. Transmute them. Because when you do, you master reality. The truth is, reality is shaped by how you interpret things. Every emotion is an opportunity to shift. So what will you do with that emotion? Will you hide from it? Or will you let it guide you to your next breakthrough? You fear judgment more than regret. Let's face it, you're afraid of what people will think. The thought of being judged, rejected, misunderstood, it keeps you stuck, right? But here's the thing that you need to understand. Every single time that you hesitate, every single time you hold back from your truth, because you're scared of what someone might think, you're selling your birthright. Your real power, your authenticity. And for what? For some illusion of safety that doesn't even exist. That's the deal, my friend. You're holding yourself back. And by doing that, you're denying the world the chance to see the real you. What happens if you don't stop hiding? You stay stuck. Your true self, it's buried under layers of what ifs and I'll do it tomorrow. But listen closely. No one else has the right to define you. Only you get to do that. And when you own your energy, your truth, your power, that is when the universe moves for you. When you let go of their judgment, you create your own reality. You don't need perfect words. You need to show up. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to speak your truth? Because you felt you needed the perfect thing to say. Let's be real here. You don't need perfect words. What you need is presence. When a lion roars, do you think it worries about sounding perfect? Hell no. It roars because it's in its truth. So roar. Forget perfection. Just be. And when you do that, people will listen. The science of change and how to create it. Let's get sciencey for a moment. Why does this work? Why does this pattern interrupt? This disruption? This discomfort? Why does it lead to change? It's all about neuroplasticity. Your brain is malleable. It can change. It can rewire itself. But guess what? It doesn't change when everything stays the same. It doesn't shift when you're just comfortable, cozy and safe. Disruption is the key. Confusion opens the door to new possibilities. It forces the brain to adapt, to find new connections, new ways of thinking. You create new pathways when you confuse the brain, and then you lead. That's how you guide people into transformation. You wake them up, shake them out of their old patterns, and lead them to something better, something more powerful. Why are you so afraid to show up as your true self? It's not because of what's out there. It's because of what you're telling yourself. You're afraid they won't accept you, but let's be clear. Their rejection is a reflection of their own limitations, not yours. So why are you letting them define you? You're a powerhouse. You don't need anyone's permission. You already have everything you need inside you to step into your greatness. It's time to stop seeking external validation and start creating your own reality. Now, how do you use all of this to create powerful change for others? How do you lead them through these shifts, through these disruptions? It's simple, pacing and leading. You pace them by meeting them where they are. You match their energy, their mindset, their current beliefs. And once they feel seen, then you lead them to the next level. You show them there's a better way. There's more to life than the small limiting beliefs that they've been holding on to. And you do this with certainty. When you lead with confidence and presence, they follow. The bottom line, the power is yours. The power to change yourself, the power to change others, the power to break free from the things that have been holding you back. But you can't do it if you're scared of being judged. If you're scared of stepping into your full potential. So fuck that fear. Own your truth. Show up. The world needs you to be unapologetically, unashamedly you. When you stop hiding behind your perfect words, when you step into your power, that's when your life changes. And when you own your presence, when you show up fully, you become the change. So what are you waiting for? Step up, step out, and be the change you've been waiting for.